Jeremy. This has been a busy week for local government and one local government official. Shawnee County Commissioner Aaron Mays is with us today. We'll get to why it's been a busy week for you in a moment. You're kind of packing, getting ready to go somewhere.
I guess you could say that.
I do want to start, though, by asking you about Hotel Topeka and everything that's been happening. Of course, get you all caught up. The city of Topeka has now had the high bid on an auction for the property. $7.67 million is the price. One question that has come out of this is Shawnee County's involvement. Did Shawnee County pursue any sort of a purchase? Did anyone come to you? Did the city come to you and say, hey, Shawnee County, let's do this together?
I think we had basically the same opportunity that the city of Topeka did. And ultimately, we didn't buy the hotel and they did. So I think that's really what it boils down to.
To be clear, does that mean you were bidding in the auction, though?
We were not bidding in the auction, no.
What are some concerns that the county maybe had that put the county in a different situation from the city when it came to actually pursuing a purchase of that amount?
Well, I guess I don't know. We had the same situation. It was a quick turnaround, auction situation, and a lot of uncertainty. But obviously we have a vested interest in it. We own the event center next door, as well as the Maynard Conference Center. Taxpayers just paid for a $40-some-odd million renovation of that event center, and so its success is there's a lot riding on it, and so we want to make sure that that hotel is successful. And so I hope that that whatever the city does with it, that I'm cheering for them. I hope that they do a really good job with it.
Do you think the county might be involved in the redevelopment plans, or how might the county support whatever happens next?
I think we're going to have to be. It's a symbiotic relationship between all of those entities that are on the Expo Center grounds. And so I don't envision any scenario in which we're not at the table trying to make sure that everyone's successful.
One way the county is going to have to be at the table is because there is a contract between Shawnee County and the owners of the hotel. It goes back to '96 when that hotel first opened to manage Maynard Conference Center. So what does the county need to do to make sure that once this sale is finalized, because the sale is not finalized yet, paperwork still needs to be finished up, you actually have someone who's going to be managing Maynard Conference Center when that sale is final?
Yeah, and that'll be something that has to be negotiated. That contract is almost up, and so we actually extended it for the previous owners to get them through the auction process. So once that is the dust settles, I guess you could say, we'll go into negotiations with whoever the new owner ends up being, whether it's the city of Topeka or someone else.
How important is that conference center to the county's overall property plan for what happens with the event center, the conference center, and the hotel? You'd said it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, it is. And the hotel, the conference center, the event center, they're all working together. They serve different purposes, and the success of one is contingent on another. So I mean, without the event center, the hotel doesn't do well. Without the hotel, the event center doesn't do that great either, and the conference center certainly doesn't as well either. Well,
we'll be watching those discussions unfold along with all of you. You have an interesting opportunity coming up. You said you leave for Washington when, and why are you going there?
I'm leaving in a couple days. I'm going to D.C. for the County Leadership Institute. It's a national leadership program that I was recently selected for, and so it's an honor. I'm happy to be able to do it. It's sponsored by the National Association of Counties. What
does it mean to you, and what do you hope to learn and be able to bring back from the experience?
I think that a lot of it is just meeting county leaders from around the country and kind of hearing what they have going on in their areas and how they deal with their challenges that they have. I mean, every area has unique challenges, and so maybe when things come along, I'll be better prepared as a result of this program.
County, of course, has an interest in keeping things looking nice. So in a final few seconds, there's an event coming up next Saturday, the 17th, that you want to be sure everybody knows about. What's happening and what can we do as county residents?
So Rolling Meadows Landfill up north on Highway 75. It's free dump day next Saturday from 7 to noon. Get there early because there's typically a line, but you can bring just about anything you can find. So with the exception, there's no hazardous materials, no tires, no refrigerators. I don't want anything with Freon, but other than that, I mean, if you can bring limbs, you can bring old couches, whatever you've got around the house that you need to get rid of, bring it on up to the dump, and it's free that day.
All right, that's June 17th from 7 a.m. to noon at Rolling Meadows Landfill. So everyone can mark their
Correct.
calendar for
Yep.
that. Thank you, Commissioner Mays. I appreciate you being here and appreciate you being open about the discussions with Hotel Topeka and kind of where the county was falling along all those lines, because there were a lot of questions about
Yeah.
that. So appreciate you filling us in.
No problem.
We have a lot coming up when it comes to celebrating Juneteenth. We'll tell you about that schedule with our guests and meet the new Miss Juneteenth next.